What's up guys, MomoJiri here, and I'm proud to bring you another episode of a set review. What's up guys, MomoJiri here, and I'm proud to bring you another set review. Now this one is going to be one we haven't done in a while. We haven't done an entire gigantic booster pack set since the next challenges, and it's been a long time since then. But I want to go over this set because, one, it's a red pack, and red packs haven't really been that big of a thing in the past. And two, this could be a set that could revolutionize a lot of decks and just really push a lot of decks into the new era. But it's like new old decks rather than old decks. You know what I mean? Like before the Synchros and Exceed eras. Like those decks. Some of them got support. I want like a Cyber... No, wait, we have it. No, we don't. I need a Cyber Dragon Link monster, a Crystal Beast Link monster, Elemental Hero Link monster. They don't have an Exceed. They don't have a Synchro. So I guess they're just going to stay Fusions. But if they had that, it would be pretty fucking cool, right? But Extreme Force is a set that's going to change really how we play. Because in Japan, they had the Vrance pack. And the Vrance pack is just a bunch of Link monsters for old archetypes. Old, new, and some old archetypes. And some of them are going to be in Extreme Force as world premiere cards. Hopefully it takes up the entire list. Hopefully not. But we'll have to see, really. And we're going to go over this set. We're going to see all the cards in this set from Japan. And then as the world premiere cards come out, we're going to go over them. So we're going to get started with Zambino. Now, Zambino is a normal level 4 zombie type monster with 2000 attack and 0 defense. The two of them got along so well, together in death and together in undeath. They would never leave each other. This is why they will never meet again. What is it talking about? Very, very strange. I think that's a zombie rat? Zombie mouse? Rat mouse? Something like that. Alright. Kind of a dark beginning. Alright, get it. Next we're going to go into Lockout Gardener. And Lockout Gardener is a level 3 Earth Cyber effect monster, 1000 attack and 1000 defense. And let's just call it Cyber first. I like that so much better. But that archetype is seeing a lot of new cards and it's actually looking pretty nice. So, when an opponent's monster declares direct attack, special summon this card from your hand in attack position. And if you do, it cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. When an effect of a monster your opponent controls is activated that targets one Cyber monster you control and no other cards. You can negate the activation of both that. You can negate the effect of both that Cyber monster you control and the opponent's monster until the end of the turn. That's nice, but then if you summon itself and then it tries to destroy it, it'll negate it, but that's weird. What's this? Striping Panther. It is a level 4 light Cyber monster with 1200 attack and 1600 defense. Cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned by its own effect. If the activation of a monster effect activated on your field is negated, except during damage step, you could special summon this card from your hand. When it's special summoned, target one level 4 lower Cyber monster in your graveyard and special summon it. You're going to use this effect once per turn. Activation of effect. So an effect has to be negated, and then you can special summon this card, and then you can special summon another card. It's kind of situational, but it's interesting. Ooh, it doesn't say by your opponent's card effects, so you could use Lockout Gardener with it. Alright, now this is Flick Clown. It is a Dark Cyber's effect monster, level 4, 1000 attack and 1000 defense. If you control 2 or more Cyberse monsters under this card, and you have no cards in your hand, you can pay 1000 life points and draw 1 card. So you have 3 Cyberse monsters, pay 1000 and draw a card. Okay. Okay. Next, we have Bit Looper, which is pretty cool because in every starter deck that has Link monsters, we've gotten, what have we got? One of those little Bitrons. You can send one level 2 or lower normal monster from your hand to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. Yeah, interesting. Xcode Talker. Alright, next we have, whoops, Shell Rocket Dragon. Apparently he wanted to be seen. Whoa! This is a dark level 2 dragon with 1100 attack and 2000 defense. When a Link monster effect is activated that targets this face-up card on the field, quick effect, you can destroy this card, then destroy one monster in the same column this zone was in. And if there is a monster in the zone adjacent, horizontal, to that destroyed monster, destroy that monsters. During the end phase, it discards in the grave because it was destroyed on the field by battle or card effect and sent to this turn. Special summon one rocket monster from your deck, except this, and you can only use this effect once per turn. Huh. So, destroy itself, destroy the monster in front of it, and the 2 on the side of that one. Alright. That's a good card. I don't know much about the rockets. Then this is Belt Link Wall Dragon. It is a Earth Dragon, level 6 with 0 attack and 2100 defense. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by its own effect. When you Link summon, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, place 2 counters on it. Needed player can Link summon a monster with a higher Link rating than the number of counters on this card. So you can't Link summon anything with 2 counters on it. 2 links. Alright. Monsters cannot attack except Link monsters. If a monster is Link summoned, remove 2 counters from this card. Once per turn during your standby phase, place 1 counter on this card. Link higher rating. Higher the number of counters. So you can summon 1 and 2 when it's first summoned. You just can't summon 3 and up. Ooh, what is it? Galleries. Nope, galleries won't work. Alright. Next we're gonna go to Metal Rocket Dragon. I like doing this. Alright, this is a Dark Dragon, level 4, with 1700 attack and 1400 defense. When a Link monster effect is activated that targets this face-up card on the field, destroy this card, then destroy all cards your opponent controls in the same column as the zone this card was in. During the end phase, it is engraved because it's destroyed on the field by battle or card. Special summon 1 rocket monster from your deck. So it seems the theme, or just the new cards, are just about destroying cards in the same column as itself. Next we go into Tin Dangle Angel. And this is a level 4 Dark Fiend type flip effect monster with 500 attack and 1800 defense. Flip. You can special summon 1 flip monster from your hand or graveyard in face down defense position, except itself. Then if this card is activated during your opponent's battle phase, end the battle phase. You can only just effect once per turn. Huh. That's not bad. You flip effect thingy. Alright, now we have Tin Dangle Base Gardener. A Dark Fiend level 5 effect monster with 0 attack, 2300 defense. If you control a set monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense. You can only special summon this once per turn this way. If a monster is normal or special summoned to a zone an opponent's Link monster points to, while this card is on the field, tribute this card, special summon 1 Tin Dangle monster from your hand or deck in attack or face down defense. Interesting. Then we have Tin Dangle Hand. Is it a beast? Nope. It's a fiend. A dark Level 7 Fiend Flip Effect Monster. 2500 attack, 0 defense. Flip. Target one other face-up monster in the field. This card gains attack equal to that monster's original attack. Then change that monster to face-down defense. Each monster your opponent controls loses 1000 attack for each monster linked to it. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effects into the graveyard, target one set monster on the field, change to face-up defense. Interesting, but I don't see the angle. Next, we have Tindago Apostle. It is a Dark Fiend Flip monster, level 3, 800 attack, 1600 defense. Flip. You can change up to 3 set monsters you control to face-up defense position. Then, if they were all Tindago monsters, you can add up to that many Tindago cards from your deck to your hand. Alright. Then we have Tindago Intruder. Ooh, another Dark Fiend Flip Effect monster at level 6 this time. 2200 attack, 0 defense. You can add one Tindago monster. Add one Tindago monster from your deck to your hand. When this card is normal summon, you can send one Tindago card from your deck to the graveyard. If a monster is special summoned to your field in face down defense while this is in your graveyard, special summon this card in face down defense. You can only use this effect once per turn. We don't see that many flip effect games. It's good to see one. Alright, next we have Mech Knight the Blue Sky. No picture. But is a light psychic level 5 effect monster with 2000 attack and 2500 defense. If 2 or more cards are in the same column, special summon this card from your hand to that column. You can only special summon this knight once per turn this way. Level 5. If this card is normal or special summon from the hand, you can add Mech Knight monsters with different names, except Mech Knight from your deck to your hand, equal to the number of your opponent's cards in this card's column. So if they have 2, you get to at least add 2. And that's pretty good. Add summon a monster? Alright, now we have Jack Knight of the Green Heights. Rather interesting. Another psychic. Level 6, light effect monster, 2100 attack and 600 defense. If 2 or more cards in the same column, special summon this card to that column. Only special summon this once per turn this way. When this card declares an attack on an opponent's monster in the same column, target one Jack Knight monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So we have a searcher, just like that. Okay. Then we have Jack Knight of the Flickering Flame. Another level 6 psychic light monster with 800 attack and 3000 defense. Same first effect, special summon it to a column with 2 or more cards in it. You can only special summon it once per turn. If an opponent's card in this card's column is destroyed by battle or leaves the field, special summon one Jack Knight monster from your hand. Interesting. Then we have of the Yellow Bloom. Ooh, it's big. It's a level 7 psychic light effect monster with 2200 attack and 2800 defense. Special summon the same column, only special summon once per turn this way. Once per turn, you can banish one Jack Knight monster from your graveyard and target one spell trap card in the field in this card's column and destroy it. I got you. Then we have Jack Knight of the Crimson Lotus. It's another light level 7 psychic type effect monster with 2300 attack and 2600 defense. They're big butts. Same effect. Once per turn, banish one Jack Knight monster from your graveyard and target one face-up monster on the field in this card's column and destroy it. So you have a Searcher, a Spell Destroyer, a Trap Destroyer, ooh, Azure Blue? Is that Azure Flame? Azure Blue. The Combat Dex. Interesting. Ooh, it's a... Ooh, and blue is the strongest. It is a level 8 24 psychic effect type monster. Like, same effect. Once per turn. It's a quick effect. Target one Jackknife monster you control. Move that monster you control to another of your main monster zones. So your opponent think they're slick, not put a card there. We'll just move it over. Alright. And then we have Jackknife of the Purple Dusk. What is this one about? Oh, another level 8. 2500 attack, 2000 defense, light psychic type monster. Same effect. You can target one Jackknife monster you control, banish it into the semi-phase of your next turn. And if you do, add one Jackknife monster from your deck to your hand, except Purple Dusk. You can only use this effect once per turn. Alright, so no more Jackknives. Now we have World Legacy World Shield. Oh, it's a level 6 Dark Machine type monster with 0 attack, 3000 defense. Unaffected by activated effects from any monster that was special sent from the extra deck. Your opponent cannot target your World Legacy cards in this card column with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. During the standby phase, if this card is in your graveyard, pay 1000. Special summon this, then your opponent can special summon one monster from your hand or graveyard. Whoa. I mean, it'll be pretty good in the beginning of the duel, but late, it might be a bit bad. Oh, now we have some Mystical Beast Pendulum monsters. It's kind of like Mystical Beast Cerberus, like that really old card, and now they give it more support. And this is a dark level 1 spellcaster pendulum monster, pendulum skill 4 with 0 attack and 1400 defense. Pendulum effect. If you control no cards in your other pendulum zone, you can target one card you control that you can place a spell counter on, destroy this card, and if you do, place one spell counter on that card. Each time a spell card is activated, place one spell counter on this card. Remove 3, tribute this card to special summon one mythical beast monster from your deck, except Jackal. That could be useful. P. Now we have Mythical Beast Garuda. Alright, and it is another light spellcaster pendulum monster, but it's level 4 with a pendulum scale of 4. 1200 attack, 1600 defense. Pendulum effect. No cards in the pendulum zone. Target one other spell trap card on the field. Destroy both it and this card. Huh. Interesting. When your opponent normally summons a special summon a monster during the damage step, remove 3 spell counters from your field. Special summon this card from your hand. Then return the monster your opponent could summon to the hand. You're going to use this effect once per turn. Each time a spell card is activated, place one spell counter on this card when that card resolves. Huh. And with pendulum cards, they just count as spell cards, so that's interesting, especially in a pendulum deck. Huh. Your opponent summons a monster, and you're just like, ha 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 ha. It is too cold for me. Ooh, now we have Mythical Beast Medusa. I really wonder why did they bother to expand this archetype. Another light spellcaster pendulum effect monster, level 4, pendulum scale of 4, 1500 attack, 1500 defense. Pendulum effect. If you have no other pendulum cards in your other pendulum zone, target one monster in your graveyard that you can place one monster in your graveyard you can place a spell counter on. Destroy this card, and if you do, special summon that monster, and if you do that, place one spell counter on it. Each time a spell card is activated, place a spell counter on this card. Once returned during the battle phase, you can remove 2 spell counters from your field and target one face-up monster on the field. Its attack and defense become half its current attack and defense. Now, just the fact that you can special summon one from the graveyard is actually pretty cool. Oh, now we have Mystical Beast Basilisk. Interesting. Another light spellcaster, level 4 effect monster, pendulum effect monster, Ooh, at level 4. Pendulum skill level 4. 1800 defense. 1800 attack, 500 defense. Ooh, it's a beater. If you have no card in your other pendulum zone, destroy this card. And then shuffle one face-up pendulum monster from your extra deck into the deck, except itself. Then draw a card. You're going to use this effect once per turn. Each time a spell counter is activated, place a spell counter on this. You can move 3, return 1 mystical beast from your pendulum zone, or face-up from your extra deck to their hand. Interesting. I wonder if they have a card that could hold all these spell counters, because Mystical Beast, King Jackal. So we have 2 boss monsters, I'm guessing. And this is a dark level 6 pendulum spellcaster monster with a pendulum scale of 4, 2400 attack, and 1400 defense. If you have no cards in other pendulum zone, destroy this card, and then spell summon one face-up Mythical Beast pendulum monster from your extra deck. Except
every time a spell card
is
activated, place 2 spell counters on this card when it resolves. And once per turn, when the opponent activates a monster effect, remove 2 spell counters from the field, negate the activation, and destroy it. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Now we have Mythical Beast Master Cerberus. This better be a play on him. So it is a light spellcaster pendulum effect monster at level 8 with 2800 attack and 2800 defense. Oh, it is absolutely double the first one. Alright. So, no cards in your other pendulum zone, destroy this, and add 1 level 7 or lower pendulum effect monster from your deck to your hand. Only use this once per turn. Then, each time a spell card is activated, place 2 spell counters on this card. It cannot be destroyed by card effects, while 4 more spell counters are on your side of the field. Once per turn, remove 4 from your field and target 1 monster your opponent controls. Banish it face up, and if you do, this attack until the end of the opponent's turn. What? What? That's really cool. I'm just gonna take out 4 spell counters. Oh, is that a nice monster? You like it? Banish. And then I gain the attack. And then when your turn ends, my attack goes down, but I can do it again. Alright. Alright, Konami. You know how to revive old monsters. Next we have Artifact MomoJiri. Alright. It is a level 5 light fire effect monster, 1300 attack, 1800 defense. You can set this card from your hand to your spell trap card zone as a spell. During your opponent's turn, if this set spell trap card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, summon it. And if this card is summoned during your opponent's turn, target 1 artifact monster in your graveyard, summon it in defense. Also, you cannot spell summon a monster until the end of the next turn, except artifacts. Bring back moral attack. Destroy, destroy, destroy. Sounds good. Next we have Grappler. It's either a beast or a machine. Or a fish. It's a fish! It's a water tuner, level 1 effect water monster. 100 attack, 100 defense. If this card when this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by a direct attack, you can target 1 monster in your graveyard, special summon in defense. How in the world is it going to inflict damage to your opponent? That's interesting. But watch, now they're going to have some card that lets that one attack directly or something. Next we have Jan Shimatsu. And it is a winged beast flip effect monster, level 2, wind monster, 200 attack, 2000 defense. Draw 1 card, then discard a card. Once per turn, change this card to face down defense. Not bad. I mean, if they want to bring back Dark Worlds, I guess. Next we have DD Pursuer. And this one is a Dark Psychic effect monster, level 3, 1500 attack, 800 defense. Target 1 face-up monster you control, banish until the end phase of this turn. Of the next turn, you can only use this effect once per turn. So it's summon, banish, bring back in like 2 turns. Next we have Mikuratori. What is a Mikuratori? It is a winged beast, dark level 4 effect monster, 1300 attack, 1500 defense. They're making a lot of monsters with more defense than attack. This card gains the appropriate effect based on its location in the main monster zone. If it's on the leftmost zone, it gains a 1000 attack and defense. If it's on the rightmost zone, this card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. If it's in the middle, it cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects, and your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. And any others, monsters in this card column cannot activate their effects. If only could gain like all the effects, that would be pretty good. Next we have Desmania Devil. Alright, this is finally a beast. It is a Earth level 4 beast type monster with 1700 attack and 400 defense. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can add 1 level 4 or lower beast monster from your deck to your hand. I guess it's necessary. Then we have Data Transvader Watkinesis. And it is a light level 4 psychic type effect monster with 800 attack, 0 defense. Quick effect. Send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, then target 1 monster your opponent controls. Move that target to another of your opponent's main monster zones. Ha! They thought they were safe. Nah. Come back over here. Then we have Inspect Borderer. Interesting. Because he's on the board. And it is a light level 4 machine type monster, 2000 attack, 2000 defense. Cannot be normal summon set where you control a monster. Each turn, each player can only attempt to activate monster effect up to the number of monster card types. So, on the field. So if there are no monster card types, you can't do anything. Ritual Fusion, Synchro Exceed, Pendulum, and Link. That's probably going to be a secret because it's actually a pretty good card. Alright. Overtext Coatless. And it is a dark dinosaur at level 7 with 2700 attack and 2100 defense. Cannot be normal summoned set. Must be special summoned from your hand by shuffling 5 of your banished dinosaur monsters into the deck. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a spell or trap card effect, it's a quick effect. Destroy 1 dinosaur monster in your hand or field, and if you do, negate it and destroy it. If this card is disintegrated by a card effect, add 1 evolution pill spell card from your deck to your hand. You could only use this effect once per turn. Wow! Contacting Sea. Apparently this is a good card. What's that picture? Oh, damn. It's still in the kitchen. This is interesting that they keep making new ones. It will be contacting Does See. It is a Earth Insect level 6 monster with 1500 attack and 2200 defense. When your opponent normal summons or special a monster except during the damage step, special this card from your hand to your opponent's field in defense. If you would Fusion, Synchro, Exceed, or Link summon, you must use this face-up card on the field as material. I mean, if you summon it just like that, and they have another monster, then they'll just use the monster you gave them to Link summon, and it's just a monster, so I don't like it. Next we have the cover card, I believe, X-Code Talker, and it is the first code talker that isn't in a starter deck. And it is a Wind Cyberse Link monster with Link arrows of left, top, and right. 2200 attack, Link rating of 3. And it needs 2 or more Cyberse monsters. When this card is Link summoned, choose unused main monster zones equal to the number of monsters in the extra monster zone. While this card is face up on the field, those zones cannot be used. You can only this effect Link code talk once per turn. Monster discards 0.2, gain 500 attack. Also, they cannot be destroyed by card effects. I have to say it's not the best Link monster at all. Far from it. But now we have Underclock Taker. And it is a dark Cyberse Link monster with left and bottom arrows. 1000 attack, Link rating of 2. It needs 2 effect monsters. Once per turn, target 1 face-up monster, discard points to, and 1 face-up monster your opponent. Face-up monster your opponent controls. That monster loses attack equal to the attack of the monster discards point to until the end of this turn. I guess. Next we have Vector Square Archfiend. And it is a dark Cyberse Link monster with Link arrows of bottom left, top, and right with 2500 attack and a Link rating of 3. It needs 2 or more Cyberse monsters. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, tribute 1 monster discard points to. Special summon the destroyed monster to either play zone discards point to. And if it's special summoned to your opponent's field, this can make a second attack during the battle phase. Just whoa. Then we have we have Flame Administrator. And it is a fire Cyberse Link monster with Link arrows of left and bottom right with 1200 attack and a Link rating of 2. It needs 2 Cyberse monsters. All Link monsters you control gain 800 attack. You can control 1 Flame Administrator. That sucks. But it comes out as 2000. All your other ones gain 800 attack. It's pretty cool. If you change the name, does that count? Next we have Recovery Sorcerer. And is a light Cyberse Link monster with Link arrows of left and bottom, 1500 attack, Link rating of 2. It needs 2 Cyberse monsters. Once quick effect. Target 1 Cyberse Link monster in your graveyard that was destroyed this turn. Special summon it, but its effects negated. Also, it is destroyed during the end phase. You can only use its effect once per turn. So, that's not bad. You bring it back, its effects negated. And then you use it to summon another Link monster. Interesting. Next we have Security Guard. And this is a light Cyberse Link monster with Link arrows of right, 1000 attack with a Link rating of 1. It just needs a Link Cyberse monster. Cannot be used as Link material. You can control 1 of these guys. After you special summon this card, you take no effect damage this turn. The first time you take battle or effect damage each turn, you do not. I don't really think we have a effect damage pandemic, so not sure how useful that card is. But next we have 3 Burst Blast Dragon. Sounds like Barrel Dragon all over again. It is a dark Dragon Link monster with Link ratings of top, left, and bottom. 2400 attack, Link rating of 3. It needs 2+ monsters except tokens. Once per turn during the damage step, when a spell, trap card, or effect monster is activated, negate the activation, and that's it. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing. During your main phase, except the turn this card was summoned, tribute this card, then target 1 Link 2 or lower monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Then you can special summon 1 level 4 lower dragon monster from your hand. I guess? I have to say that's a interesting one. Don't really see the reason for it. But next we have Tendango Acute Cerberus. And it is a dark Fiend Link monster with a Link rating of bottom left, top, and bottom right. And it has 0 attack with a Link rating of 3. It needs 3 Tendango monsters. If you have 3 or more with different names in your Tindango monsters in your... If you have 3 or more Tindango monsters with different names in your graveyard, including at least one Tindango-based gardener, this card gains 3,000 attack. Gains 500 attack for each Tindango monster it points to. At the end of the battle phase, if this card declares an attack, special summon 1 Tindango token. Alright. Alright. Just 3,000 attack just like that? Okay. Alright. Altergeist Hextia. And this is a fire spellcaster link monster with link arrows of bottom and right. Attack of 1500, link rating of 2 again. It needs 2 Altergeist monsters. It gains attack equal to the combined attack of all Altergeist monsters this card points to. When a spell, trap, or effect is activated, you contribute 1 Altergeist monster this card points to, negate it, and destroy it. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, add 1 Altergeist card from your deck to your hand. So it's a destroyer and a searcher. And I like that. But I don't know enough about the Altergeist cards. Next we have Jack Knight of the World Scars. Looks pretty cool. It is a light Cyber's link monster with the link rating link arrows of bottom left, bottom right, and bottom so all the bottom. 3,000 attack, link rating of 3. And this needs 2 Meek Knight monsters. While there are no other cards in the same column as this card, it can attack directly. If this card is in the extra monster zone, does not point to a monster, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. You can send 1 other card you control in this card's column to the graveyard, special summon 1 Meek Knight monster from your deck in defense. You can only use this effect once per turn. 3,000 attack direct. Damn. That's a lot. Skaldiet, the Chained Draco Serpent. Ooh, I think I just saw this. Alright, it is a Earth Dragon Link monster with the same... Oh! It has 4 arrows. It's bottom left, bottom right, and top. 2,800 attack, link rating of 4. And it needs 2+ monsters with different names. It gains effect based on the number of monsters used for its link summon. If you use only 2 with different names, if a monster is normal or special to a zone this card points to, that monster gains 300 attack and defense. Also, once per turn, if it points to 3, if you link summon it with 3 different monsters, you can start summon 1 monster from your hand once per turn. 4 different monsters. If this card is link summoned, draw 4 cards and place 3 cards from your hand to the bottom of the deck in any order. Not bad if you have a bunch of cards in your hand. Pretty bad if you don't. But, I mean, you get to draw 1 card. So. Yeah, I like it. Alrighty. Next we have Ventriloquist Clara, and Riksha. Probably not say that right. Alright, so it's an Earth Spellcaster Link monster with a link arrow of top, 0 attack, link rating of 1. It needs 1 normal or set monster. Cannot be link summoned except during main phase 2. What is the point of that? Why? I guess there'll be a reason that people need link ratings of 1 in the future. But for the time being, I have no idea why. So we're almost done. I think we have 30 more cards to go. Now we have Doolittle Chimera. It is a Fire Beast Link monster with link ratings of bottom left and bottom right. 1400 attack, link rating of 2. 2 fire monsters it needs. All fire monsters gain 500 attack and defense. All water monsters lose 400 attack and defense. If this card destroys a battle or card effects, target 1 fire monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So I guess in every pack they're going to add another of the old school effect attribute attackage. I don't know what to call it. So this is called Linkage Hole. It's a normal spell card. If you control a Link 4 or higher monster, destroy monsters your opponent controls up to the number of Link 3 or higher monsters you control. You can only activate one Link control per turn. So you could, if you control it, I don't think there is a like 5 monster yet. But I know there are a few Link 4s. Not much. But yeah. Then we have Fire Prison. Another normal spell card, I believe. Ooh, it's a field spell. All dragon monsters on the field gain 300 attack. Neither player can link summon a monster with a lower link rating than a link monster on the field. Monsters cannot attack except link monsters. If 2 or more Cyberse link monsters on the field, apply these effects. Negate the activated effect of Cyberse monsters. Cyberse monsters on the field cannot attack. Monsters cannot target them for attacks. Neither player can target them with card effects. If you have a whole deck of Cyberse monsters, this card kind of says fuck you. Then we have Revolve Boot Sector. Another field spell. All rocket monsters on the field gain 300 attack. You can only use this following effect once per turn. Activate one of these effects by summoning 2 rocket monsters with different names from your hand in defense. Or if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, special summon rocket monsters with different names from your graveyard in defense position up to the surplus. So if your opponent controls 5 monsters, 5 rocket monsters just right there. Rockets seem to be like another deck that it's going to be needing to be beaten, I guess. Now we have Nagel's Protection. It's a continuous spell card. Tenango monsters in your main monster zone cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effects. The first battle damage your Tenango monster inflicts to your opponent each turn becomes double. You can banish this card from your graveyard and discard one Tenango monster. Add one Nagel's Protection from your deck to your hand. So if your opponent destroys this, add another one to your hand. That's pretty dope. That I wish Black Ones had that. Next we have Euler's Circuit. Another field spell. If you control 3 or more Tenango monsters, your opponent's monsters cannot attack. Once per turn during your standby phase, target one Tenango monster you control. Give control of it to your opponent. You can banish this card from your graveyard and discard one Tenango card. Add one Euler's Circuit from your deck to your hand. Huh. So these field spells search themselves. I've never seen anything like that. That's... yeah. World Legacy Scars. A field spell. All Meek Knight monsters on the field gain 200 attack and defense. Is that just a going thing with this set? Once per turn, discard one Meek Knight monster or one legacy card, draw a card. Banish 8 of them with different names from your graveyard and a face up from the field. Send your opponent's entire hand and extra decks to the graveyard. I could cripple someone. Their entire hand and extra deck. What? What? Next we have Key to the World Legacy, a continuous spell card. When this card is activated, target one of your banished Meek Knight monsters or World Legacy cards and add it to your hand. When an opponent trap or effect activated in the same column as a Meek Knight monster you control resolves, negate. So it's not just about monsters effect activating, they have to resolve for you to negate them. Next we have Magical Boost. This probably has something to do with the Cerberuses, or spellcasters in general. Looks like it. It is a quick spell card. Send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard and then target 1 card on the field that you can place a spell counter on. Told you. Place 2 spell counters on it. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by opponent's card effects, so I summon 1 monster from your deck that you can place a spell counter on. And if you do, place 2 spell counters on it. Now I don't know if I rather activate this or let it be destroyed. It's not bad. I mean, you can use both effects, like set it, your opponent like twin twisters it, or MSTs it, activate it, it gets destroyed. You use both effects. I think it works that way. Next we have Glory of the Noble Knights. This is another equip spell? Oh, no, just a spell card. It's a quick play. Target one overnight monster you control. Equip one appropriate equipped spell card from your deck to that monster you control. You can only activate one of these per turn. I guess that's pretty good with Exceeds. Nope, we went too far. Next we have Power of the Guardian. Ooh. It is an equip spell. When an attack is declared involving the equipped monster, place one spell counter on this card. The equipped monster gains 500 attack and defense for each spell counter on this card. If the equipped monster will be destroyed by battle or card effect, remove one spell counter from your field instead. So if you attack with it, it gains a spell counter. And then just keep putting spell counters all over the field. Alright, do we have another one for it? Nope, Pendulum Paradox. Just a normal spell card. Add 2 face-up pendulum monsters with the same pendulum scale but different names from your actual deck to your hand. Only activate one of these per turn. Interesting. Interesting. Alright. Next we have Localize Trunade. Oh, return all set spells and traps on the field to the hand. Pendulum, field spells, traps. That's pretty good. It's probably going to be a secret. Downbeat. Are we in the traps yet? Yep. Ooh, what's this? This is about the... Nope. Target one face-up monster, specimen from your deck, one monster with the same original type and attribute one level lower than the attributed monster. It's original level. Tribute. Summon. Interesting. A sport. What's this about? Second. Target one monster in main monster zone. Move that monster you control to another of your main monster zones. It's a quick play. It's a very... I cannot wait to see these cards like in action. They all sound pretty cool. Now we have Role Reversal. Trap card. Nope, spell card. Just another quick play. Swap both players' life points. Your life points must be higher than your opponent to activate and to resolve this effect. Why would I swap my higher life points with my opponents? If I have 100 life points, I'm swapping my opponent. I don't know why they would do that to me. It would have been a lovely card. Alright, Parallel Port Armor. I do not think we're in the traps yet. This thing ever wants to load. Ever in its life. It won't load, folks. Yep, okay. Let's try that one again. Parallel Port Armor. Oh, we're in the traps. Okay. So it's just a normal trap card. Target one link monster you control, equip this card to it. Your opponent cannot target the equipped monster but card effects. Also cannot be destroyed by battle. You can banish this card and 2 link monsters from your grave and target one link monster you control. It can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Alright. Very nice link protection there, I see. Next we have Signet Refresh. Probably for the Cyrus monsters. Another trap card. When an opponent's Cyrus monster declares an attack, destroy as many monsters in the main monster zone as possible. And if you do, during the end phase of this turn, special summon as many Cyrus Link monsters among those destroyed monsters in the graveyard as possible to their owner's field. When your opponent activates a monster effect, banish this card from your graveyard. Cyrus Link monster you control are unaffected by card effects except their own until the end of this turn. Not really understanding that, but alright. Borel Refrigeration. Target one rocket monster, then target one barrel link monster you control. Equip this card to it, it gains the effect. Once per turn, target one monster you control. This turn, it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. It really should have just been another barrel deck. Like, Bandit Keith needs the link monster, I guess. Alright, next we have Tenangle Del Ane. It is a normal trap card. When you take battle damage from your opponent's attacking monster, or you can have 3 or more Tenangle monsters with different names from the graveyard, destroy the attacking monster, and if you do, special one Tenangle acute Cerberus from your extra deck. If you control no monsters in the extra monster zone, banish this card from your graveyard and target 3 Tenangle monsters with different names from the graveyard, special summon them in face down defense. Holy crap! Now this is a cute Cerberus thing. 3 more different names in graveyard, gains 3,000 attacking, 500 attack, and Tenangle monster points too. That's excessive. Trap card for that one monster. Alright, then we have Altagia's Manifestation. Not a normal trap card. Activate this card by targeting one Altagia's monster in your graveyard. Special summon an attack, and if you do, equip this card to it. When this card leaves the field, destroy the equipped monster. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target one Altagia's trap in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Alright. Then we have Whisper. When this card is activated, you can target one level 5 or higher monster on the field. It gains 1,000 attack and defense until the end of this turn, even if this card leaves the field. When an opponent's spell or trap effect activated in the same column as a Meek Knight monster control, negate it. Increase attack, negate a card. That's life. The true depth sleeping inside the world. A continuous trap card. When this card is activated, target one level 5 or higher monster in your graveyard, special summon it. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. When opponent's monster's activated effect in the same column as a Meek Knight monster, negate that activation. Huh. Interesting. They have a lot of cards, and I really like the long name to that one. Magical Burst. Alright, this is definitely for Cerberus. Let me guess. Take out all spell counters, inflict damage to your opponent. Continuous. Each time an opponent's monster activates effect, place one spell counter on this card when that effect resolves. Send this card with 6 or more spell counters on it, add one spell card from your deck to your hand. I guess. Is that good? I guess it's good. Ooh, a Ghost Tricks card. Ghost Tricks Reform. And is a normal trap card. Target one Ghost Tricks field card you control, return to your hand, and then activate one field spell from your hand or deck. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target one Ghost Tricks Exceed monster you control, special summon one Ghost Trick Exceed monster from your extra deck with a different name from that target by using that target as the material. It's treated as a Exceed summon, then transfer that target's material to the summon monster. You can only use this effect once per turn. Huh. Ooh, that's good with the one that says if it has 10 or more materials. Or just 10 materials, you win the game. Archfiend's Call. Wow, they're really going for these old school cards. Ooh, a continuous one. You can target one level 5 or higher Fiend type monster in the graveyard, discard one Fiend monster, special summon the target monster. You can only use the effect Archfiend's Call once per turn. So this is really good in Dark Worlds. Really good. Like, really good. I mean, do they really need more discard cards? No. Do they need better monsters to discard? Probably. Then we have Sensor Differentiation. another continuous trap card. Each player can only control one monster of each type. Send all other face-up monsters they control to the graveyard. So they control one Link, one Synchro. So if you have 5 Links or 5 Synchros on the field, they'll all get sent to the graveyard. Alright, then we have Guy Dance. I don't think this is based on the Naruto guy, but what in the world? What? Choose one of your opponent's unused main monster zones. If your opponent would normal summon or set or special summon a monster to a main monster zone, while their chosen zone can be used, they must use that zone. This effect is applied until a monster is placed in that zone. You can only apply this effect of Guidance once per duel. Huh. So, let's say you want to use the rightmost one. Your opponent has to summon in the rightmost one. Huh. And then they put a monster there, and then it goes boom with some effect. Now we have Critical Timing. And it is a counter trap. Those are some old cards. Is that Master Monk? What's going on in this picture? Oh, it is! It is Master Monk. Alright, when your opponent activates a spell trap or effect monster while they have a card with the same name in their graveyard, negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. So if your opponent activates Solemn Strike but they have Solemn Strike in the graveyard, negate it. Alright. Next we have Partition Shot. It's a counter trap. At the end of the battle phase, it becomes the end phase of this turn. Huh. I mean, all these counter traps would be really, really good in counter fairies. I mean, that's just my opinion because I'm just gonna like load it with counter fairies. Next, we have Accidentation. It is a normal trap. Target one card you control, destroy it. Wow. What are those? Wow, that sucks. That really sucks for them. But yes, guys, that is all of our OCG cards coming over to the TCG, all 80 of them. And then we're going to have 10 World Premiere cards from Japan and 10 World Premiere cards that are just going to be in the Americas. And right now we have only 3 of our Japan World Premiere cards. And the first one is Curious the Lightsworn Dominion, which is a Light Warrior Link effect monster with Link arrows at bottom left, top, and bottom right. 24 attack, Link rating of 3. Needs 3 monsters with the same attribute but different types. If this face-up card is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, while its owner controls it, target one card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. If this card is Link summoned, send 1 card from top of your deck to the graveyard. Send 1 card from your deck to the graveyard. I think you could pick. If a card is sent from your deck to graveyard effect, send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Not bad on that one. It's a very nice light card. Alrighty. Then we have Insulated Two Tales of the Noble Knights. And this one, bottom left and bottom right, a Light Warrior Link effect monster. 600 attack, Link rating of 2. It needs 2 warrior monsters. If this card is Link summoned, add 1 warrior monster from your deck to your hand, but for the rest of the turn, you cannot normal summon, set, or special summon monsters with that name, nor activate their monsters' effects. You can send any number of equipped spell cards with different names from your deck to the graveyard. Special summon 1 warrior monster from your deck whose level equals the number of cards sent to the graveyard. Now, this is absolutely broken because you need the field spells and you need the equipped cards in the graveyard for the deck to be useful. So, send them to the graveyard and you're fine. And the last one is Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. And it's bottom left to bottom right, Fire Psychic Link Monster, 1800 attack, 200 and Link rating of 2. And it needs 2 Pendulum monsters. If this card is Link Summon, add one Pendulum monster from your deck to your extra deck face up. And then once per turn, target one other face up card you control, destroy it, then add one face up Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. So whatever Pendulum monster you just sent to the extra deck, you can now add to your hand. If a card in your Pendulum Zone leaves the field, draw a card. You can only use this effect once per turn. So guys, yeah, that is the end of our set review of Extreme Force, and as more cards get revealed, I will be doing updates as quickly as I can. I'll try to do it the same day, try to do it later in the day because I'll be working the rest of the week, but if not, I'll do it again next Tuesday. But please leave those comments down below as to what you think about this set. Are you excited, as Pikachu is, for the set to come out? Because I am. This set is going to drop, and it's going to really change the way the game is played, because then every deck is going to have Link monsters. So, this is going to be great. Please tell me what you think about this set down below. Remember to subscribe, donate if you can, and as usual, I'll catch you later.